Chris West here from Spiral Out. This movie tastes like music, and in collaboration with David Rosen's Piecing It Together pod, I got to sit down with Danny Carey, the drummer from Tool, during a press event for the movie Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, which described my night. I had good luck, I had fun, and I didn't die. Danny Carey is the powerhouse behind Tool, one of the most respected drummers in modern music. And for the film Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, Danny Carey teamed up with Joe Cardamone and Shepard Stevenson to make an original track for the film. I got to sit down with him for a few minutes and talk movies, music, and crossover between two AI, Sphere, and an upcoming album.
Chris here with Piecing It Together pod, and this movie tastes like music with the legendary Danny Carey.
Thanks for having me.
Big fan, big fan. So this movie was it Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. You guys did a song.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. You know, it's I've been in Hollywood for 40 years now, or something like that, and all the music I've done, you know, I've never really felt as much a part of it as like when you do soundtrack things or work in a movie. You know, if I like, wow, now I'm in the Hollywood scene. Like, I remember Shep and I did a score to film. We got to go down to the premiere on, God, what was the theater?
The Egyptian.
Yeah, the Egyptian theater. And I was
Yeah.
Was that the Turkey?
finally in Hollywood.
Yeah, I remember you saying that way back then. That was like 25 years ago.
That's exciting. There's such anticipation for the film.
For this one.
Yeah.
Can you tell a little bit about the song?
It was pretty experimental, you know. We kind of put it together out of jams and things we've been working on for, months ago. Lots of treatments and stuff to bring it up to date or make it fit in, you know. You got to be very flexible in this world.
Can you think of a piece of film and music that maybe inspired you at all, or something that sticks?
All my favorite composer guys. I mean, like I love Hans and stuff. Stuart Copeland was a big influence on me even back in the days. You know, Danny Elfman.
Yeah, Danny Elfman was great.
I think you can't help but love what they do. It's so genius.
So this isn't the first movie we did music for you. You've done another one, right? With I remember.
Well, I played on the Man of Steel with Hans. You know,
Oh,
that
that's
was like 12 of the greatest drummers around, not including myself. Jim Keltner and Benny Callahan and all these guys. You know, it was a neat experiment because, you know, there's 12 great drummers there. We rented out the giant sound stage. Then we each would have like a bass drummer, Tiffany, and sometimes it was just all 12 of us just tapping it with our fingers, you know, like different instruments in that giant room. It was really genius of us to do that.
So I know you do some experimental electronic stuff.
Yeah.
And this movie has like an AI element. Have you seen the movie?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, so I'm very excited.
Yeah. What do you think about AI music right now? Or the use of that kind of technology?
I think that anything that uses AI should be labeled as such. That's for sure. So people aren't getting wrong. You know, that's the main part. You know, it's one thing to use the AI for a very valuable tool, which I think is genius. But I think credit needs to be given where credit is due, and people need to get paid. You know, for what they, work their entire life on to create. You know, it's atmospheres and genres and. Just every, styles of any sort.
We don't have it anymore.
It's kind of a shame when, it's being taken and used after, you're not, you haven't invented it.
Yeah, because it's like sometimes an amalgamation of a lot of people's work.
Yeah, some of it is. And some of that is really cool. I heard a Tool song, it was an R&B thing, interpretation. I was like, oh my God, this is a great arrangement. This is pretty cool, but...
Has Tool ever done music in a movie? I know I've seen a couple commercials.
Of Tool? A few, not too many things, we usually tried to avoid it back in the old days, but now that they've taken away all our record royalties, you gotta make a buck somehow. So our standards have lowered to pay the rent.
I would say that Tool is a very cinematic band. You guys have like your visuals during the live show.
Yeah, we're very much into that. We're hoping when we release the new record, maybe do a stint at the Sphere, because I think we're perfect band for that. We've been talking to those guys.
Has that been said anywhere else?
It would be a first, definitely. The preparation is pretty intense to get everything up to the high resolution and everything. It's a very expensive endeavor, and it takes a while to get into the black. I think it's quite a few shows before you make any money. But it would be work cut out for that, definitely.
Oh, of course, yeah. Just have you been to the Sphere?
Yeah, well, I just took a tour of it. I haven't actually seen a full-on show, but we took the stay to show it off.
I have friends that literally that's all they talk about is like, when is Tool going to
It's
play this?
incredible, man. Almost got vertigo.
What you guys I can't even imagine what the set you guys will play with me. So, not only you guys are cinematic, but you use a lot of different artists as well. How important is putting other people's art together? Like music, movies, visuals?
Yeah, I mean, we all draw on our influences from sculptors, painters, whatever, any kind of artist like that. It's all feeds into your psyche and affects what I do, your creativity. So it's been fun on our last few tours. Adam's really connected with the visual art, especially painter world and stuff. So we have all of our friends do unique posters for each show.
I got a
It's
couple
been
of
really successful. People love it. It's fun for us, and it's great for the artists too. So spread the gospel.
Yeah, one of my friends, Mike Gamble, he did a few for your Pacific.
That's great.
Well, the Pacific
Tell him
Invasion.
thanks.
Yeah. Is there a influential movie for you that comes to mind?
Oh God, no, not one.
What's the first one that comes to your mind?
God. Well, I mean, like a sci-fi, like Star Wars or something like that. Things that affect you as a kid.
Sure.
Blade Runner was a really big one for me. The first one, but I was that ripe age for influence. And I loved all the synthesizer stuff. I was a big Van Gogh fan. So the soundtrack of that movie blew my mind.
Yeah, no, I just recently watched it. That was
one of the first movies I have to sit in it. I really noticed the soundtrack.
Yeah.
A lot of times it just is a part of the film.
Melds in and out.
Yeah. It's neat when it works that well together and makes a statement.
So Tool to Sphere, you got some movies and stuff coming out. Working with Joe Cardamone.
Yeah, and Shepard Stevenson
From Pygmy.
So we're going to be doing quite a lot of stuff lately. Maybe trying to score a few things and keep it busy, man.
Yeah.
Working on a lot of new Tool songs right now. So
How many?
hopefully 2027, album, that's the goal.
2027. Wow. Well, Danny, thank you so much. I appreciate this.
Thanks for taking the time.
Oh, I don't know. Thank you for taking the time.
Thanks.
Nice.